What up, world? You already know what the time it is. Some more members, those the most never need to break no more. So we have a difference with toast to the good folks who done paved the way. Let's play the punch. Parlay this good game that we got for y'all today. Green Bay and the Commanders. Let's get it. We all got. I'm taking the Commanders by 7. Green Bay's pretty good too, though. They came off an illustrious win the other night. Or like 30 something, 40 points. So shout out to them. It's a good game so far. Green Bay's up 7-0. 3rd and 17. 4th down. They put a stop to that. Commanders are trash this year, though. You know what I'm saying? I'll put the link in the description. Salute my boy JP. I see y'all already up 7. Y'all ain't come to play today. Y'all came to play actually, but y'all ain't playing. You know what I mean? I hear that. Let's see what McDaniels can do. There go my boy JP. Salute, JP.
Salute.
Yeah, man. Good Thursday night football action.
Sir, man.
Y'all facing the Commanders. I gotta do
squad looking good. I know who you going for tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yo, I should go for Green Bay, but you know, it's my division.
I'm already knowing. We like Jaden, but
salute
I'm a Packers fan, so I'm going my squad, and I know it's a division for you. So that's a little help out for you right there. I beat on them real quick.
Jaden McDaniels.
Hey man, I keep telling y'all we due for a title.
They got his number this
year? Yeah. I don't think they got his number this year. I just think he can't get the running game going. So what I'm seeing in this game for his first quarter, they can't get the running game going. We shutting everything down. Everything. Bubble screen, him running, we got a spy on him. Our defensive line is getting to him. Our secondary is shutting down everything.
Yeah, I see that. I'm like, God damn. Y'all got them on the ropes. The ropes, nigga.
Told y'all we got a good team this year. Micah ain't did nothing but help it.
I know. I don't know how y'all got Micah. But hey, man.
Jerry Jones.
On that one.
Jerry Jones, and we gave him that contract. We're gonna give him that money. I believe that's how we got him. Gave him that money, and we gave the Cowboys what they wanted. They needed a run stopper, and we had one. He was an all-pro, and we had to get off his contract. He was good for us, but we had to get off his contract. He was old.
Oh, so you got 3 quarterbacks that got championships at the age of 27.
Yeah.
Now Jordan Love's turns 27. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. We due for one.
Yeah.
We win one in every decade. We do for one.
Yeah.
Last time
I wouldn't be mad
we
if Green
supposed
Bay.
to win one. We were supposed to win one in 2020, but Aaron sold that out. Shout out to the Bucks. They did their job.
Yeah. Bucks. Bucks are a good team in the playoffs. I don't know what the regular season.
Yeah, the Bucks. You can put it up. The Bucks got a good defense. Got a good defense, running game. They gonna travel. Y'all got to clean up that secondary, man. We're gonna see what's happening when y'all play the Chiefs.
Yeah, we're gonna see. But the Chiefs ain't looking too good, so I think we got some good chances.
I think they're gonna clean it up. Their problem is really they ain't got no damn receivers.
Hold up.
They don't got no receivers
in Kansas City?
Yeah, they ain't got no receivers and they ain't running the ball.
Okay, so we good to go on that.
That's my take on them. If what I seen in the last game, they ain't got no receivers. They got like threes in there and like slightly twos. And when Worthy went down, that was your 2/1. You ain't had nobody else. Kelsey old. Rice don't come back for like 6 games. Oh, I say that it hurted them because they should have re-signed DeAndre Hopkins. If not, try to package something to go get Tyreek Hill back. Because we got no Carl Harmon.
Right.
We got so much speed on our team, it's just ridiculous. We got 4 receivers that run like a 4-2.
Y'all got a New Jersey? No,
that's our New Jersey from last year that we present out our winner all white with our winner all white helmet.
Right.
Yeah, that bitch cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get me one. I'm gonna get me both the helmet and the jersey. Cool.
Right. Nah, it's gonna be a good game, man. It's gonna be a close one too. I predict about 27-21.
I think we're gonna shut them down. I think we probably end up scoring 27, and they probably end up scoring like maybe 14.
14. Damn, that's all you give them?
Yeah, we shutting them down. Like we shutting them down. They're not doing nothing. We about to get into the second quarter and they ain't scored nothing yet.
Yeah, that's true.
They ain't even got to the other side of the field yet.
Yep. That's a testament to y'all defense. Okay.
Man, shutting them down.
Man, oh man. You see that shooting that happened yesterday?
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy. Oh my God. They keep showing it over and over again on Twitter. Like
they're gonna keep showing. They don't want you to feel some type of way. They want you to say something, or is a distraction or something that's about to go down.
Right.
They're getting your attention away.
That's crazy. The dude's still at large.
You're gonna be at large till they find him.
Yeah.
That's if they know who it is.
In Utah? Shit. They gotta go to every white person's house. They ain't finding
That's what I'm talking about. That's if they know who he is. Gonna be a while before they find it. I mean, he was in the rooftop of the shooting, but you can't really see no type of angle unless you can find some way it can zoom in. Other than that, you really can't see nothing. You just see a figure that's on top of the roof that's running side to side, back and forth. Now, the only way you can do it is walk around and see if they got any other cameras it's facing that direction
Right.
where you can like escape around to see if you can get a view of him. Other than that,
Okay.
I don't think you can find him.
He knew exactly where to position himself now. Somebody
Well,
that knew the lady.
another thing is you got to go back to the tapes. He walked around beforehand and scoped everything out. Believe that.
Okay. Yeah, he must have. Yeah, he must have.
So if he did that, you might can get a visual of his face to see who he is.
For real.
That type of person, you gotta get him off the street.
Yep.
You gotta get
Definitely.
him off the street. You're gonna do more harm than good.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. No matter what people political beliefs is or whatever, man. You don't go around unaliving people.
Yep. That's a fact. It's called freedom of speech for a reason, man.
That's right.
That's exactly why they killed Malcolm, you know?
Yeah, that's why they unalive him.
And that's why they killed Martin Luther King as well.
Yeah. Another reason why another person unalive him. I mean, there's other reasons, but that's one of them. See, now they moving. They finally getting on the other side of the field now.
Yeah.
So you gotta contain him. Contain him. We straight.
But y'all say Jaden Daniels was the ish. He was the best thing. He was the best thing since sliced bread. I don't know. I don't see that.
He is.
You think he's nice like that?
Yeah, I mean, me. I'm a homer. I'm at LSU. He went to my school. You know what I'm saying? He won the Heisman Trophy. I seen him up close playing and stuff like that.
Okay, so you know him for sure. I know his get down.
You know me. I'm a LSU dude. I watch all their games.
Nice.
And he's the nicest quarterback that came out of LSU since Joe Burrow.
Yeah. He's accurate, but he needs
He
to make
accurate. He
better.
accurate. Got a strong arm, and he elusive and very athletic.
Yeah.
Get out the pocket. And if you get out the pocket, and if you don't account for him, and you get loose, he gonna be going on you. Remember, this man had I think he had 3,000 yards throwing in college and 1,000 yards running.
Damn.
That won him the Heisman Trophy, and he had I think 600 or 700 total offense against one school that we played 2 years ago.
Oh, did he? Shit.
Yeah, I think it was against Ole Miss. That's by itself. He accounted for.
Cam Newton.
That man a dog, man. He a dog.
Stats right there. Cam Newton will say, "Yo, he ain't shit." Well,
He a fool, man. He a fool. Definitely a fool. And the problem to be worried about. Everybody waiting on him to see if you gonna take this sophomore slump. I don't think he's gonna do it.
Ooh, complete. Washington ain't doing it this year. I don't see it. Last year they were wilding, but that was good defense right there. You think Jordan Love could get the MVP this year?
It's sad.
You think Jordan Love could get the MVP this year?
Keep playing, keep playing. Yeah, he could be up for it. Gonna have some competition between Burrow, Lamar, Allen. Pat gonna be there. But yeah, you gonna have competition between them boys. But absolutely, he's definitely in the conversation. He's a top 5 quarterback. Absolutely, I'm in the conversation.
I hope they don't give it to Allen again. That's all I'm saying.
Well, if he play like it and deserve it, he'll get it. Last year he didn't deserve it. That was Lamar Jackson award. I don't give a damn if he is gonna win it back to back. You get that man his award. He threw
That's
more
what I'm
passes
saying. They
yards.
gonna give it to him. They gonna put it play like.
Well, we know it's politics in that situation. We know how that goes. That connection ain't got yet. Yeah, it's gonna get there. It's gonna get there. It's gonna get there. It'll take a little time, but it's gonna get there. When it gonna connect, it's gonna connect. Cause he flying. Yeah, you just a little off. Little off. He gonna get there.
Josh Allen ain't winning nothing though. I don't see him winning a championship. I don't know. The Bills, they got to go through us. A lot of teams could beat the Bills, I think. I don't know.
Man, the Bills ain't good. They got no defense.
Yeah.
It's gonna take him to do all that for them to win. They ain't got no defense. They can't stop nobody.
All game, right?
Yeah, you give up 41 points, man. First game is terrible, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could say that about the Ravens too, but historically, you look at the Ravens, they start off slow. They finish
What a
strong.
pass! Oh,
They finish strong.
shit.
Yeah, you just watching the players, just saying. If I say it's time, they timing off a little bit. Here, rookie, they gonna get it. They gonna get it. Maybe gonna take about a game or two, couple games for them to get their rhythm together to take that shot. Don't be surprised. Be surprised to do it again in this game. Well, usually that'd be Reed, but Reed hurt. He hurt his shoulder, so. So that's the reason why he used to be the deep threat. That's a catch. That's a catch. That's a catch. That's absolutely both of them down. He did it twice. That's a catch. Y'all listen to damn Washington sideline, nigga. That's a catch.
Let me see this.
That nigga had tapped both foot down twice. He tapped the right one down with the left one again. You worrying about the push all separation. That's your DB. He looking for the ball. If he wasn't looking for the ball, he wouldn't have to worry about the push-off separation. Turn around, look for the ball, Adamorph. We know it. Give us all down, ball down there, nigga. Listen to damn goddamn Washington. Look at his arm straight out like that. Feeling a little. I know he feeling goofy.
Let me see this catch. Yeah, he was down. Yeah, for sure he's down. For sure that's a catch. Beautiful.
Run the ball. Thank you. Just keep pushing. It's all good. I ain't tripping on it. Just keep running the ball. Don't go away from it. Just keep up a little pieces. We're going to get it together. Run the ball. Don't go away from it. Look, they got 4 yards rushing and we got 48. Smashing. And we control the time possession. I like that. Let's go. We're really dominating this game. I put the points up to show it.
You got money on the game?
No, I do not. I'm pretty sure my cousins do. They be hitting me up about it. You know, I'm a Packer fan, so they want to know the inside scoops about what's up with them boys. All right. You acting like you playing like you want a contract. Cause me, I want you traded. Me. Get on my damn nerves, huh? You got all the talent, bro. You just can't stay healthy. And that's the reason why he got that big old thing on his head, because he's having so much concussions.
Right. The bobblehead.
Yeah, y'all ain't blocking for my nigga, man. That's what's going on, bro. And he can't get going at all.
Yeah, the run game is kind of.
I mean, I get the Washington right now. They got a good front. Wearing them boys right now in the front, but they holding up in pass protection though. I can't say that. But running, man, they spanking them and on the line with that. There we go. Touchdown. Damn. It's all right. We're gonna get in there.
That bobblehead shit is hilarious still. I guess it's needed. How much championships does Green Bay have? 3, right?
We have 4.
4?
We have 4 Super Bowl titles and we have 13 titles total.
Okay.
We're actually title time.
For real.
Right again. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. 14, baby. Where you at, Jay? Let's go. Where you at, Jaden? Oh, and another note, goddamn Washington has not beaten Green Bay since the 80s.
God damn. Since the 80s?
Yeah. That's the last time. Last time they beat us, the Williams quarterback. And that, we spanked them.
Thursday night football. Come on, they got to put up a fight at least. God damn it. Getting spanked.
One boy, I need y'all to stay in another touchdown. On real, we should be up 21-0 right now.
For real.
We should be up 21-0. Love, you hit that little flop, small little pass. Blew me, dog. If you'd have put a little bit more on that thing, that would have been touchdown.
Ooh. Jacobs.
Go.
Jaden Daniels got to come from behind. Is he ready for it?
He did it before.
Got to do it again.
Didn't do it on me.
You said the 80s?
He ain't finna do it on me. He can do it on somebody else. He ain't finna do it on me. Osersky.
Wow.
Hollywood. We probably look at some of y'all game film. How y'all played them.
Yeah.
How y'all played them last year in championship game. We got some of the same similar fronts.
Right.
If not kind of like identical. Linebacker core, same thing. Secondary from last year is the same.
Yeah, y'all pretty good this year though.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all stepped it up.
Yeah, I told you last year we were coming for you. Thought we were playing. We played our first game. I feel like we should have beat y'all. My nigga got hurt. It was all good. Playoffs, we played y'all the toughest besides the Rams because they messed themselves up. But their arena team, they played in the snow. I knew they were going to fall apart. That was us. That would have been a little different.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
y'all took it. Y'all won the strive. But like I said, out of all the playoff teams and y'all run, we played y'all the hardest. That was y'all first game.
Yeah.
And we messed up on a couple things. Messed up on the fumble. That should have been ours. A pick. That love through. Y'all cashed in on that.
Yeah.
That was all in the first half. Then we slowed y'all down the second half. Yeah, field goaled it out, and that defense held up.
Yeah, my defense was firing on all cylinders last year.
Yeah, that front monster. And then, like I said, that linebacker core, then you had the secondary to hold up on a little bit. They weren't bad, but they were good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, did y'all think, damn, what happened? Oh, man, you don't want to see that. Oh, man, you don't want to see that, man.
Oh, yeah, what?
Trying to figure out now what's going on. Like, they went to commercial break. We come back. We got a Washington player on the floor. On the field, down. And getting up, and we got the card out there.
Sure.
Everybody around him, the whole team around him. Like, it ain't looking good. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Then Bobby Wagner said, I got you.
This nigga's crying and shit. What the hell?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's going on? Like, he broke something, something fell, like, gave out on him, what, concussion. What's happening? We're going to find out in a little bit, but dang, man, you don't want to see that.
Oh, it's like.
All right. Oh, see what's happening, man. Y'all got the cheeks, man. Y'all got the rematch, Super Bowl. They hyping it up. They ain't suspend your boy. You know, you should have got a game at least.
Yeah.
They gave him a fine. Don't spit on nobody, man. I feel like they kind of enhancing the problem even more. Like you tell them that's it's okay. A fine ain't really nothing.
Right.
Take a game paycheck away. You spend them one thing, they get some understanding. If you do it again, then you know what time it is.
Right. No, but I think they looked at it the whole video with they're like, oh, because he spat first. But even if he shouldn't spit on nobody like that, that's crazy.
Yeah, but he ain't spit on you. That's the whole thing. He didn't walk all the way towards you and spit on you. If he did that, then I would have understood what was going down. He didn't do that. He spit towards around his teammates. Right? He didn't want to spit on his teammates and so he spit towards the ground, walked over there and spit. You walked towards the man and leaned over and gave him a direct one.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you wildin'. That show your lack of respect for your opponent and Pelican. Of the game, integrity of the game. Excuse me.
Right.
Like that's crazy. Like at the end of the day, y'all men, and you're out here earning a paycheck, and you gotta do what you gotta do. You don't be doing nothing like that, man. You spitting on no damn body. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, I said, man, they should have gave him a game at least.
We don't do it like that in Philly.
Yeah.
I'm saying, where's the brotherly love at?
Bro. But you know what time it is. Y'all play the Chiefs, so they want that money. Man, gonna suspend him on that. He already set out a whole game. They felt like it's a suspension.
100 grand though. Finally, 100 grand.
100 grand, and it felt like he set out the whole game. That first game, that's a suspension enough. That's what they feel like.
Right.
I don't see it that way, but
This nigga broke his leg, yo.
that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. The rehab is gonna be insane.
Break your whole leg? Come on, dog.
Yeah, man.
That
Remember that? That happened to
break a leg.
yeah. Remember that happened to Sean Livingston.
Yeah.
Remember that injury he had? He messed his whole leg up. Got a rehab, came back. He was never the same, but he made himself pull up, man, and distribute the ball. He always can pass and stuff, and reinvented himself with the Warriors.
Right.
Remember, he was with the Clippers. He was supposed to be a dog. He was for that injury.
Yeah, he was nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That injury happened, and he tore all his leg up, PCL, MCL, all that.
For sure.
Come on, defense, lock in.
You haven't scored no points. The hell?
Shout out, baby.
Oh, baby.
This dude got this big old chain on for what reason?
So these niggas wear all their chains to the game.
Crazy work.
Well, Primetime used to do it. What's the difference?
Yeah, Prime ain't want nothing that big. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, what that big back then? Nah, for real.
Come on, man. Damn. It's all right, Valentine.
So, yo, do you think this whole shooting is causing like a racial divide? Oh, did you see the
Well,
sudden nigga chain? God, oh, that's what you were talking about. Okay,
yeah.
but yeah. Do you think it's causing a racial divide in this whole?
Cause what? Like America and like foreign people or what? Like, what we talking about?
I don't know the shooting.
Like I'm talking about as far as racial divide. Like what you talking about? Like there's been a racial divide as far as black folks, Hispanic stuff like that. Like man, like at the end of the day, man, this America is built on that racial divide, segregation, slavery, unaliving people, certain making things, dictatorship, and locking people out of certain things. Like this is what it's going. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what's going on. You seen racial divide do a lot of things. Look what happened to that man in Utah. That was racially motivated because he felt a certain way and stand a certain way about certain things and spoke things. Do everybody agree with it? No. Do you see everybody on top of a roof? No.
Right.
So I'm saying, it's it's a touchy situation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm talking about. I'm talking about corners. Lock
No,
down.
I just
And you know what's funny, man? I ain't even got my best corner out there. He hurt still.
Ooh, nice. Should be big came out.
Damn, I wanted that sack. That would have put him out of field goal range. Come on, hold up, make a miss. Shut down McLaurin. He got that contract and got shut down. Oh, Hobbs playing bad. I didn't think he was playing. Well, my best corner playing. I would have got that sack. Wouldn't have got that. Y'all can have that little three, man. Ain't tripping. We did our job. Let's go down and score again.
Damn, yo, Washington can't get a break.
hey, 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 man. That's crazy. If your dog do that, man, that is crazy.
Incomplete.
Damn, Mac, you behind, man. I'm about to watch a whole kick. You just finished watching incomplete. I ain't seen the whole commercial and everything.
I'm telling you.
Look, I ain't ran the whole play and everything. Kickoff didn't happen, all that.
And I'm watching commercial now.
That's what I was laughing at. The dog.
Dog
Yeah, man. I said, man, if your dog do that, bro.
I'm kidding. That dog's getting kicked out. He's getting kicked out.
I mean, the daddy walked in the kitchen like, what the?
Oh, get.
That nigga that knocked out Fred wide open like he one of y'all.
See my boot.
Oh,
God damn it. Roger Goodell is there.
yeah, you know, it's a big thing. It's 9/11.
Oh, yeah. What you think about 9/11? You think it was an inside job?
Me, allegedly, I think it is.
So you don't think it was that terrorist? Terrorist.
I don't.
Al Qaeda. What was it? Al Qaeda?
Bro, when that happened, I was like in 6th grade. No lie. I was in 6th grade, maybe 12 years old, maybe about to turn 13.
Right.
If not, I'm about to hit 13. I'm in 6th grade, bro. Watching it in my class, bro.
You seen the
TV. On TV.
Through the buildings? You thought it was a movie or something, right?
On TV, watching it. Nah, I ain't understand it. Like, real talk, I ain't understand what I was like looking at.
I don't know why they brought it into the classroom. It was so weird.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we was just actually learning our actual curriculum, that actual time and moment, what she was teaching us. And then all of a sudden, she just drew our attention to the TV and just showed us that what was going on. It's like we was all like kind of like lost and in disbelief. And then when she kind of like explained it to us, then we was like, oh, like, wow, that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we in Georgia, bro. That's in New York. Like we about 18 hours, maybe a good 19, 20 hours away from them. We don't know what's going on. And we're like kids. We're not kind of fully understanding, grasping this. We got enough going on in our lives, thinking about what we're gonna do when we get out of the next class period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me show y'all this. These
right.
Through these buildings, kids.
And then the next day they explained to us what was going on and everything like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then as we got older, we understood it more, and then what happened and stuff like that, the conspiracies and what things were happening and all this like that. And what we talk about right now, do you think is an inside job? I mean, a lot of things I think is an inside job, personally, me, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no actual proof through like how this happened. We're the United States of America. We're so powerful, we can't understand how things happen. And you can't explain that to us. How is it going on?
All right.
And what's going on?
But they said there was enough millionaires after 9/11 that popped up everywhere, you know? So,
they were always there.
You got to follow the money, you know?
It was just an excuse for them to pop up.
Yeah.
Just like how this country is. We got to go all the way back to 2006 after Clinton got out of office. We got to start all the way back in 2000. That man got out of office, then that was the demise of the country going down in the millennium.
Right.
Not saying it was super great with him, but it was plausible. Everything was cheap. Food was food. You were mixing things. You want to experiment with things to make different things, to create less of. Go to the grocery store, you actually see some food with your money.
Right. Oh, there go the homie Scrub Zero.
Yo.
What's up, my brother?
Not a damn thing. Yo, JP.
What's up?
I told this Washington team ain't all that, dog. They ain't doing nothing special on Sunday.
Listen, man, my team shut down, man. It's they they locking up everything. I can truly say that he trying. They can't do nothing.
That's just it. Like the few,
Like we shutting it down.
He has some opportunities and he's missed it. Like he's not like Jaden Daniels isn't playing terribly, but he not.
Nah, it's not on him.
Some of it is like he's missed some plays, but y'all really holding him down.
Yeah,
because I told the team around him ain't that good.
We holding him down. Nah, the receiver dropped the ball. He could have had that, but my DB punched it out. He finished it out on that. Which they Matt?
I said they got 3 points at the end of the first half. They trash.
Telling you, we shutting it down, man. And if we would have got that sack, they wouldn't have had that.
Man, if we wasn't a sorry team, we would have beat them. They ain't nothing special. Because they not special.
I was on Leaf Live, man. The guy on there, he was a Giants fan. He said the same thing. He feel the same way you do. I'm like, damn, man, they sound just like Scrub.
Because everyone can see, hey, bro, these guys is just, they all right, but
it's just all right. They all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're right.
I'm not gonna pretend like they not like.
Listen, man, every team go through their rebuilding phase, man.
There's rebuilding, then there's being stuck in quicksand.
Look, man, you can be the Jets.
Yeah, they been stuck in quicksand for a long time.
You see what I'm saying? You can always be them. I'm like, it's always listen, Mac. I always tell Scrub it's always a team that's doing worse than yours, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
It's always a franchise that's doing worse than yours. I know you mad about it, but hey, you can laugh at theirs. Haha, you ain't got no damn championship.
I'm still gonna laugh at this.
We got 4. I ain't got nothing. We suck right now, but at least we got 4 rings to count on it.
Man, we have 4. That's all well and good.
Like the Browns are never gonna win a championship. I don't think so.
Who?
The Browns.
They'll win one. Probably when we all older.
You know, when they actually
listen, bro. I never thought I seen the Chiefs win one, but they won one. Yeah, remember all them good Chiefs teams that I thought would at least get to the Super Bowl ain't never got there. Then I always had in my head like, bro, they ain't gonna never win one. They won one. Not just one. They won 1, 2. They won 3. Now they tied with us, me and Scrub. 4 championships.
Yep.
What about Baltimore? You would ever think Baltimore would?
Yeah, they'll get one.
Even I hope
they're gonna get one. They're gonna get one with Lamar. Yeah, I don't know when, but they'll get one. He too good not to get one.
Yeah, he's too good.
He's too good. But his what he got around him, man, they sorry.
Man, you know how Baltimore is. It take them about 10, 12 years to win one Super Bowl every other decade.
Why don't they focus on defense now since they're a defensive franchise?
They have. It ain't hitting. None of their picks hitting.
They haven't found that those dynamic guys since Ed Reed and Ray Lewis and T.
I was just about to say they linebackers ain't hitting. They got Roquan. They traded to get him, but they ain't been hitting on it. And they defensive front, they hit on them sometimes because they can rotate and get them.
Like they got solid players, but they don't have that difference maker.
Yeah, they back end. They back end terrible with their DBs and stuff. They ain't never been good, just like Scrub said. Hamilton decent. Hamilton decent, but it's like sometimes with him.
Yeah.
Sometimes he get like, oh, that dude a baller. But sometimes you're like, man, what did Kyle Hamilton play?
Right. And then we know the deal with we seen enough of Marlon Humphrey.
Exactly.
He okay. He a solid player, but he not no difference maker.
And they end up picking up my old corner, who was shut down All Pro Shea Alexander. But it's like when he plays, he's good, but it's like is what he can give you because he hasn't been healthy. He ain't been healthy for the last 2-3 years. That's why we released him.
Oh,
You should have
dang.
picked that. McKinney,
you could have had that. That would have helped my fantasy, dog.
you should have picked that, bro. It's all right. Shut down. I told you. Go on punt.
Punting time, you sorry MFers.
Look at Michael going to work, boy. Trying to get to that, boy.
Listen, Micah is actually right.
Back.
It ain't going. It gonna look even worse than that.
Look at Jay, man. You had to hit me like that, man. I'm gonna get you.
You're right. Next time I hit you harder. Like I'm like,
Messi.
you ass.
Messi. The sir defense held up.
Why these goofy man? Why would you ever rely on Joey Sly?
Defense held up. We'll take over right there.
The guy that had that is Joey Sly. Why would you go back to Joey Sly? We know he can't kick.
Hey, listen, it could always be Atlanta's kicker.
Man. Yeah, could be annoying. I like, bro. He had that 1 year he was legit, and then since then he just been like, nah, I'm good.
Boy, he got an APB on him, boy. Everybody in Atlanta looking for him.
For real.
Boy, yeah, I'm at work, man. You should hit a truck driver when I be coming over there. Like, man, what's up that kicker? I was like, man, I don't know, bro, but y'all need to go talk to him. Get some straightening going on. He missing kicks like this, boy, and the Bucks kicker ain't no better.
Yo, JP, take it. I know you folks on this game. At halftime, check Twitter and check out what's going on with the Sky and Angel Reese. This shit's hilarious, though.
Had to chump some lames all the day talking about Angel Reese. Talking about who she treated for. She traded for McDonald's. I'm like, nigga, please. Knock it off. Y'all all men on here talking about a 23-year-old. Like, get out of here. Like, that show a lot about y'all right now, bro.
For real. Nah, but like in the arena, like, yo, it's a beautiful sight. And it's hilarious.
It is, man. That's why I said in chat, man. And shout out to Angel Reese, man. Keep winning, bro. Keep getting these haters something to talk about.
Exactly. Oh, I'll show you. Hold up.
I already know what time she is, man. Listen, man. Once again, LSU. I know what it is, Mac. I watch it. I watch the games. I peep them out. I mean, she been a dog before LSU, but, you know, get to see him more up close and personal all the time. You see what's up. That girl winner, man.
There's something else that was kind of hilarious. Like,
I'm going to check it out, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to check it out and get back to you. I'm going to hit you up in one of your videos and let you know what.
No, like, I put one in the private channel, so, like.
Oh, okay. You put the private chat.
Like, doink.
Oh, you gonna turn around and do it.
Biscuit. You had one job.
You goofy.
Man. Doink. The crossbar separate.
Doink. No, we're not taking this doink.
$274 yards allowed in the first half. Last week they only allowed 231 the whole game. Like, man, Washington. See what happens when you play a real team? You see what happens, Washington, when you play a real team?
Bums, bro. Last year they were better, but I guess they didn't have his number. They got his number this
Last year they started finding their rhythm, and they won a lot of close games that they could have lost but ended up pulling out.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna go that well for them this year.
No, huh? They got some pink wings in the crowd, huh? Got pink wigs and everything, huh?
You know where that is?
Uh-oh, Barbie.
No, that's it. That's in Minnesota.
Oh, I said, uh-oh, Barbie.
Like, dog, they got the pink wings on in the Lakes Arena. I'm like, ain't no way, dog.
I'm already knowing, bro. Well, I said that's another good spot for her. I told everybody anywhere but Chicago will be great. We'll show them how to do it. They don't even tripping. Anywhere but Chicago would be great.
The pink wigs out in Minnesota is crazy.
Yeah, that's
Because they don't know how to win with her. And everybody, they got this narrative where everybody's saying that she's not a winner. Bro, this girl, if you really follow women's basketball, you will see this girl won on every level. She get to the pros now. You see what she's doing. Why would you think it's her? Like, really ask yourself this question. This franchise has never been known as a winning franchise. Every star player that have been there, they always been asked for a trade, or they have never signed back with them. They can't track free agents. They can't track good players to go along with those star players. And if it wasn't for Candace Parker coming back along with other players, good other role players on the team, they wouldn't have won the championship there. Well, Kalea Copper. Excuse me.
Exactly.
And they wouldn't be irrelevant for really nothing, but just being in Chicago.
They use the Angels' popularity to get some of this nonsense off, like retiring Candace Parker and then drop and then Allie Quick. Like, who the hell is up? I respect Allie Quickly for her career, but like as far as getting her number retired, who the hell is she?
Really nobody. And Vandersloot with that most points in the franchise history. I'm telling you, man, I play on all that, bro. That's why I told HD, I'm like, bro, I haven't even been tuned into the season. I've been following you, Key, Show, and excuse me, Prince,
right?
And you also Scrub updating on what's going on in Auntie Sess. Other than that, bro, I ain't really been tuned in. Y'all been keeping me informed with everything I need to know. And as far as my basketball, my knowledge and background, I already know what time it is, bro.
Yeah, that's facts, though.
Like my dog Prince say, peep the scene around you. Don't peep, you know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I peep it. I'm looking at everything what's going on with the setup. I watched it last year, what they did, and the moves that you made in the off season. You didn't make moves to help her whatsoever. I was wondering why you gave up the pick anyway. That was stupid. You need to get younger to help build with that. Then you get free agents that's older veterans to go around that to help build. And at the end of the day, why are you fire a first year coach that believed in the player that you drafted? Then we looking at the video, they showed us you ain't even excited about drafting her.
Yep.
Like that showed me right there you didn't want her. So why do you have her still on your roster? Trade her. Get some assets. Do what you got to do for yourself.
Right.
Win-win situation. Relieve her of her duties for what she got to do. Because at the end of the day, she going to be all right. We know what she built on. She going to win.
Yep.
I wasn't even tripping about nothing when she got in the lead. I said, bro, I ain't tripping about nothing. I ain't got to say. I ain't defending nothing or anything. I'm just doing that now. I already know what she going to do. Just watch.
All right.
Each year she going to get better.
Exactly. I ain't worried about this young woman. That young woman going to be all right.
They ain't even talking about the W now because you know who was hurt.
We got the playoffs about to happen, and we ain't hear not one single word.
But if you know who was playing, then you know what's up. They ain't getting no love to Asia, who still out here unaliving things. They ain't getting no love to the Dream, who revived the city of Atlanta and the team. Ryan Howard revealing her career now. It's the best I ever seen her play right now.
Yep. Ain't none of that. No talk about the Valkyrie. Don't talk about the
You know what I'm saying? New franchises came into Valkyrie. Doing their thing. They making the playoffs, which we knew they would. We called this when we was talking about, we had that conversation. Mm-hmm. Washington, a young team. They traded away a perennial defensive player in the All-Star. Got rid of her with ease. And look, playing look way better. Like they ain't lost a step. And the players that you wanted that should have been on your draft board, they took.
I know they're doing their thing. But yo, WNBA, the playoffs is coming up, or
yeah, they coming up. Now I might tune into that. I ain't gonna lie, I might tune into that. See what's happening.
Definitely gonna tune in that.
See what's going on and stuff like that. But I have been disgusted with the whole season,
which is understandable.
I ain't even. And then what? And I watch, and then how they scheduling the games. They got all Caitlyn games, prime time. The rest of everybody else, you got to find them, or it's locked, or certain things like that. Shoot, man, they had some of the games in Spanish. You couldn't even get them in English.
Like, bro, the amount of I just happen to stumble into some games like on NBA TV, not because they was promoting them, not because they made note of, hey, this is going. Nope, I just like, oh, it's on. What they do?
What they do? Everybody said. Hey, bro, that is the saying now. Whoop-de-doo.
Well, whoop-de-doo. Going to jail for the rest of our lives? Whoop-de-doo.
Bro, that is just saying everybody is whoop-de-doing out here.
That shit's hilarious.
I gotta hop off. I got another move to make before the end of the night, so I'll have it. I have the live on. I'll have to catch y'all another time.
Yeah, I'm about to do the same thing. I gotta catch them Z's. I gotta get my ass up in the morning.
Yeah, you know.
Sunday scrub.
Of course, you know what the time it is. Sunday, we watching. We gonna be
here. Yeah, we are on Sunday.
For sure. See y'all there, my brother.
All right, my guy.
Chiefs. Yep.
Yeah,
hold it down. Yeah, man. Salute to my brother Scrub, JP, pulling up. We're just gonna go through this, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody out there doing their thizzle. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of talk about 9/11 and everything that went down, you know. A lot of people saying that it was an inside job. For what it's worth, 25 years later, people are like, man, do we really care anymore? You know? And that's the thing, you know? Another turning point to a lot of bullshit that went down in terms of privacy and safety. So, it could have been an inside job. So many things, man. Maybe that dude that got shot was because of the 9/11 thing, you know? I don't know, man. Probably has a correlation. And this is what I've seen a couple of days ago. That made sense to me still. I don't know what y'all think about it. This is building 7.
Building mysteriously collapsed. The WTC-7. How did this almost perfect-looking building collapse? The key to this mystery, sharp V-shaped dent at the top of the building well before the main collapse. Below this dent, you'll be able to observe the 3 main columns of the building. You can conclude that this dent happened simply because these 3 columns collapsed. The WTC-7 also had a perimeter tube design. 24 central core columns carried the main weight of the building. The core and perimeter tubes were connected using many horizontal girders. Had a penthouse which carried heavy cooling equipment. Let's simplify the geometry of the girders for an easier to understand visual. You can see the penthouse of the building was structurally supported by the core columns. Here comes another twist. All 24 of these core columns do not extend all the way to the ground directly like this. When construction of the WTC-7 began, there was already a substation at the site. Although the authorities didn't want to demolish this building, the location of the substation was interfering with some core columns. Exactly 8 core columns. This gave rise to a rather clever idea. These 8 interfering core columns were taken out horizontally to the substation and finally connected to the ground via these transfer trusses. By observing this visual, you'll get a clear idea about how the load of these 8 trusses were transferred to the ground. This structural technique is known as transfer truss method. The issue's not over yet. Few perimeter columns of WTC-7 were also interfering with the substation. They were also connected to the ground via transfer trusses. Even though 8 columns are not connected to the ground directly, these transfer trusses made sure that the central columns are still strong. Please keep the details of the structural connections in your mind. They'll play an important role in understanding the collapse of WTC-7. From the north side, this building looks intact. But let's turn the camera to the south side. This was the true condition of the building, enduring a huge fire, with a big gash on the perimeter columns. This is real video footage of the World Trade Center Building 7 from the opposite angle. You can see clearly here that the fire in the building was spreading on a large scale. You can imagine the damage it must have caused in the building. The WTC-7 had fires on multiple floors, burning over several hours. Because firefighters were busy saving the lives of those in the collapsed WTC-1 and 2, they were unable to suppress the fire in this building. Did you notice a long gash on the south side of the building? How exactly did this happen? The only way the perimeter columns of WTC-7 create such a long and consistent gash is due to the fall of the spire from the North Tower. Look at this image. They're pretty close. Anyway, the south side of WTC-7 developed such a long breach of the perimeter columns. This is evident from this image.
Here comes the most important stage of this video. Here's one famous photograph from the WT-7 debris. The I-shaped structure you see here are the girders of the building. Did you notice a strange 90-degree bend on them? How did this happen? The supporters of the control dimension theory has no answer for this strange bend. However, if you connect the dots logically, we will be able to solve this case.
During the collapse, did you notice a kink at the top of the building? What's even more strange is the movement in the northeast corner of the building towards the left. How is such a wall movement possible? We don't see any such kink in this footage. What's going on here? In fact, this is a clear case of visual illusion. Take a look at the balcony of this apartment. Although you might believe that the balcony is bent downward, in reality, the balcony is bent inward. The camera angle causes such an illusion. Here also, the top edge of the building didn't bend down, but bent inward. More precisely, during the collapse, the northeast corner of the building moved forward, and a region in the north wall moved inward slightly. We'll learn the reason behind this strange inward wall movement very soon. When observing the deformation of this building from a bottom camera, we get the illusion of a kink at the top, and the corner of the building moving towards the left. Now, let's review the entire sequence of the collapse to better understand how the girders bent heavily. The east penthouse was added in the year 1989 to accommodate more cooling equipment. This is why the structural support of the east penthouse looks slightly awkward. As we've seen previously, the weight of the east penthouse was majorly carried by these three columns, the column numbers 79, 80, and 81. During the collapse of WTC 1 and 2, tons of debris entered the south side of this building. Over time, the temperature in the building's lower floors exceeded 600 degrees Celsius. Columns 79, 80, and 81 were already under huge stress due to the weight of the penthouse. With these steep increases in temperature, they eventually buckled, forming a V-shaped collapse on the penthouse. Once the core lost 3 columns, the remaining columns were under more stress. Remember, the next 2 sets of core columns are connected to the ground via transfer trusses. At the height of transfer trusses, the building temperature was quite high, and the transfer truss failed. This put the remaining columns into more stress, and the column collapse progressed. If you observe the collapse, you can see a small tilt to the top of the penthouse. This indicates that the core columns collapsed progressively. If the core columns had collapsed simultaneously, we would not have seen this small tilt. Let's turn our attention back to the second and third sets of core columns. The transfer truss is already broken. Can you predict the motion of the structures due to this failure? Without the transfer truss, the huge weight carried by columns 76 and 73 will make the horizontal girders bend. The perimeter columns 47 and 48 are directly connected with the horizontal girders. This means columns 47 and 48 have to bend inward during the building collapse. This is the reason one portion of the perimeter columns moved inward during the collapse, the same motion we observed in the real collapse footage. After all core columns collapse, will it be possible for the perimeter columns to bear the load of the whole building? Absolutely not. The perimeter tube alone is as weak as a cereal box. With a lengthy gash on the perimeter tubes at the south side of the WTC-7 building, it didn't fall perfectly down. Instead, it twisted, with the northeast region of the perimeter tube moving towards the camera. This twisted motion of the perimeter columns is the reason why the girders bent almost 90 degrees. In other words, the twisted girders provide more evidence for the twisted movement of the perimeter walls. The twisting of the building skeleton is once again clear from this footage. You can even observe that the other corner is twisting away from the camera. In short, the WTC-7 didn't drop straight down, but with a heavy twist of its perimeter tubes. The northeast corner moved towards the camera and the other moved away. Did the WTC-7 come down at freefall speed? No, it did not. If you analyze the original footage of the collapse, the top 18 floors came down in 5.4 seconds. This time period is 40% more than the freefall time, which is 3.9 seconds. Most of the re-uploaded videos on YouTube are uploaded after increasing the footage speed by exactly 40%. A nice trick to bring the building down at freefall speed. If you compare the WTC-7 collapse with WTC-1 and 2, you'll be able to see the stark difference in the physics of the collapse. In WTC-1 and 2, during the collapse, you won't observe any motion in the bottom region of the building. It's a top-down, progressive collapse. However, in WTC-7, without the core columns, the entire building went down together. In the location of WTC 7, currently you'll be able to see a taller building than this, the 7 World Trade Center. The previous electrical substation building is located inside the 7 WTC. The first 10 floors of this building is dedicated for the substation.
The collapse of Twin Towers heavily damaged many more nearby buildings, WTC 3, WTC 4, WTC 5, and even WTC 6. And you know what happened with WTC 7. All these buildings were damaged to such an extent that they had to completely demolish it. Some of these buildings were later reconstructed. Before I end this video, I would like to pay tribute to a man who taught me a lot about different structural movements of WTC 7, Mr. Joe Hill. Joe Hill passed away around 3 months back after a long fight with cancer. The greatness of Joe Hill was...
So there you go. There you have it. WTC 7 was in a controlled demolition, collapsed under the weight of the broken iron and the heat, 600 degrees Celsius. So there ain't no conspiracy, ain't no man. You just gotta just dig a little deeper. This game is a good game, though. He done missed the field goal again, y'all. How you gonna miss another field goal? He missed to the left, and he missed to the right. Like, yo, he's supposed to hit it between the uprights. You gonna miss a field goal again? God damn it. Miami versus the Bills. The Bills gonna take that easily. Tua is an ass. First and 10. It's back. Complete. Number 88. 20-yard gain. Musgrave. Shout out to Love, man. He's doing this thing. He's a real player. Beautiful pass. Love in shotgun formation. First and 10. Ball deflected, thrown out of bounds, second and 10. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, 3rd and 1. Let's go. Oh, nice reception. First down. I'm telling you. Can't be Jordan Love. Jordan Love is the shit. You're going to have to play Jalen Hurts, though. So who's going to win? Jordan's Love or Jalen Hurts? Nah, just you don't see, though. You don't see. You got the offense firing on all cylinders. The running game is not too slow, though. If anything, Washington is stopping the running game. Penalties ain't saving them. Ain't helping them. Another flag. False start. Right. Ooh, nice pass. Another 20-yard game. Kraft, number 85. Second and 6. 19-yard game. The running game is trash. Oh, he already got through. He actually got through. 1st and 10. First and goal. Throws it away. Second and goal. This is where you try to run it in the end zone, Jordan Love. Don't be on some sucker shit where you think you can pass it all the time. You gotta use your legs too, bro. You're supposed to be an athletic quarterback. Run that shit in, man, for the touchdown. And again with the shotgun motion. That was a dumbass play. And if you're gonna hand the ball out like that, Jordan Love, you gotta be ready to block for your runner. Third and goal. Ooh. Goes away again. God damn it. Oh, you got first and goal and can't score a touchdown. Oh, we got to settle for the field goal. The great Bart Starr. That's before my time. I don't even know who that is. But it's a good game. A very good game. Another news. Kickoff. All right, we're back. 22. First and goal. Shotgun. All right, Taking a 9. Shotgun. Handoff. Stop it. Down. Green Bay. Okay, punt. Wagner was on his ass. 17-3, 3:30 left in the third quarter. And it don't look like Washington's going to score more than 3 points. Ain't that some shit? 17-3? You got to be trash. This is the NFL. Well, since it's 9/11, I wanted to delve into a little bit of, temporal hydism. Don't mind me. I just, trying to figure out what's going on. Stirring the pot, so to speak. RIP to everybody that died in 9/11. A tragic event. But I think I'm going to show you all a little something I seen. That make you want to question the whole version that they want to give the people.
Professor Emeritus from University of Alaska, who debunked the whole official story on how Building 7 fell down. And I always say in my comedy act that if you think Building 7 fell into its own footprint because a plane hit another building hundreds of yards away, I've got a vaccine I'd like to sell you. So we've already debunked that the official narrative about that Building 7 did not fall down the way the United States government said it did. What do you think? What is the cover up, and what do you want people to know about 9/11?
First of all, I want to applaud you. I'm aware of your work. I'm aware of your leadership, and I'm aware of your guts. And I know you've made a career out of being a comedian, but you have a very strong side to doing the right thing for the country, not based on political parties, but what's best for America. And I applaud you for that. I feel I'm the same way, but I'm not a comedian. Some people may think I'm a comedian, but I'm not a comedian. You are, and I applaud you for your work. I was at 9/11 in 93. I went up at the invitation of Fire Commissioner Howard Safer, and I spent the day at Ground Zero. I was there with FBI and ATF, and they assigned a young fire officer to take me through the bombed out parking garage. That young officer was Ray Downey. I became good friends with Ray. Ray was a former Marine, 5 kids. His 2 sons today. One has the same job Ray had, rescue chief for New York. The other's director of training for New York City Fire Department. Ray convinced me that I should introduce legislation to create a commission in case of another attack. So I introduced the legislation that became law that created the Gilmore Commission. It was named the Gilmore Commission because the chairman was Virginia Governor Jim Gilmore, who's an outstanding man of integrity. He was ambassador for the U.S. to 54 countries, and I had him on a podcast back on 9/11 last year. And Jim spoke for 20 minutes about the report they did. After 93, we made recommendations to deal with another terrorist attack.
You mean
5 reports.
Oh, so that was after the first Trade Center?
After the first Trade Center, exactly. One of those recommendations was to create a fusion center of our 33 classified intelligence systems. I was the vice chairman of the Defense Committee, and in that position, I was the chairman of all research funding, which was over $100 billion a year, funding all of our military research. The services were standing up information dominance centers, and the Army had a capability that really impressed me at Fort Belvoir. I convinced our Deputy Secretary of Defense to go down and look at it. He agreed with me. We made a proposal in my office on November the 4th of 1999 to create what we call a NOAA, National Operation Analysis Hub, policymaker and warfighters tool to deal with emerging transnational terrorist threats. 2 years before 9/11, at the suggestion of the Deputy Secretary of Defense, I had an FBI vice chairman, and the vice chairman of the CIA in my office. The Deputy Secretary of Defense said, I think it's a great idea. I'll manage it. I said, I'll get it funded. The FBI said, we support it. And the CIA said, we don't need it. We don't need it. The biggest problem on 9/11 was none of that data from those 33 classified intelligence programs was linked together. Then I find out. I'm in my office on 9/11 in the Rayburn building, and I get a call, a frantic call from the Army military people down at Fort Belvoir. We got to see you right away. We got to show you what we were doing. They bring the charts to my office and roll them out on my desk. They had identified every cell of Al Qaeda by name in the world a year earlier. Every one of them. They had identified the linkages to the 5 key cells, including New York. Now, Jimmy, I put this in a congressional record. They tried to stop me from doing it. The Senate wouldn't let any other member of that task force speak. I spoke before the Senate and testified. We had pre-9/11 intelligence that Louis Freeh, not me, Louis Freeh, our former FBI director, said in a Wall Street Journal editorial and on Good Morning America, and I can give you copies of both. He said if we'd have had that information, we could have stopped 9/11 from happening. But it gets worse than that. It gets worse than that. This book, you got to get a copy of it, called Horse Soldiers. It was written about our commanding general of our special forces that ride horses, General Keith Lambert. New York Times bestseller. They made a movie about it. So I didn't know General Lambert, but I got a copy of his book. On page 27, he's interviewed by the author. General, what were your feelings when 9/11 happened? And General Keith Lambert says on page 27, within seconds, I knew who had done the attack. I knew it involved Muhammad Atta because I had been briefed on a top secret intelligence program run by the Army. Yet there's none of that in the 9/11 Commission report. Zelikow led a whitewash. Tony Shaffer, who was one of the lead people on the Able Danger team, and I wrote the manuscript for that. They tried to ruin his career. He wrote his book called Dark Heart. It was okayed by his commanding general. And then the deep state found out he was writing a book. So you know what they did? They bought all 10,000 copies of the first edition of Dark Heart with taxpayer money, and they destroyed them. Then they let Tony publish the book Redacted. I had Tony on my podcast. I'll get him on your podcast if you want him. Lieutenant Colonel, Bronze Star recipient, American hero. And Tony testified under oath. He testified to me. I said, Tony, when you published your book, you had a redacted version and the original version. What did they want out of your book? What was so sensitive? They didn't want Zelikow's name in his book. They didn't want the public to know that Lieutenant Colonel Tony Shaffer and his team had briefed the 9/11 Commission on what they knew before 9/11. I'm telling you right now, without any hesitation, 9/11 Commission was a deliberate cover-up by both administrations. And I'm not some conspiracy theorist. I was the chairman of the Oversight Committee for Military Research. I was funding the program, and I'll take a polygraph.
So do you think...
Now, what you're hearing now are the stories about the buildings. I'm not a building engineer. I had my doubts. And you pointed out what I said, which really struck me in a film the firefighters produced in 2020. I could hear the audio voice of one of the most respected firefighters in New York City, Captain Oreo Palmer. He was one of the most respected members of the New York City Fire Department. He and his team took an elevator up to the 50th floor of Tower 1. Then they got off the elevator and they walked 28 floors up to the floor where the plane hit. They got in the floor where the plane hit, and you can hear him say, as clear as day, I'm here. I'm on the floor of impact. We've only got 2 fires here, and we can handle them. 5 minutes later, the entire building collapsed. No, I'm not an architect. I'm not an engineer. 3,000 architects and engineers in America have risked their professions to have us know the truth. We deserve the truth. Ray Downey's family deserves the truth. 343 firefighters were incinerated on 9/11. And I'm not going to stop. They're either going to kill me or we're going to know the truth. I never met Donald Trump, but Donald Trump 2 days ago said he's going to reveal the information about the JFK assassination, the RFK assassination, the Martin Luther King assassination. And now we're going to say we want the 9/11 information also. I don't want any conspiracies. I don't want the media doing this. I don't want some local yokel doing it. I want the best and the brightest analyzing the information. I know from the intelligence standpoint what they did. And I'm going to tell you one more thing. It's going to shock your viewers. I know what they did with Osama bin Laden after 9/11. We sent thousands of American kids to Afghanistan looking for bin Laden. 2,500 came back dead. Thousands more came back injured. Yet it was America that knew and helped place bin Laden in Baluchistan after 9/11. He was allowed to roam in Baluchistan while we sent kids to die in Afghanistan. That's outrageous. It's unacceptable. I wrote about it in my first book, and you had the date wrong, but you had the title right. The book is called Countdown to Terror. I published this book in 2005. That's why they took me out of office. The year after I wrote this book, the deep state raided my daughter's house in Philadelphia 3 weeks before my election. And you know what, Jimmy? No one ever talked to my daughter, ever. No one. The raid was to impact my election because I was going to be chairman of armed services. I would have had unlimited subpoena power. They knew what I was going to do hearings on. They didn't want those hearings. They didn't want the American people to know the truth. They didn't want the firefighters to know what happened to their brothers and sisters. They didn't want the police officers to know. So they ended my career. But Jimmy, 3 months after that, I sent your staff just a few moments ago, and you might want to play it, the tribute done by George H.W. Bush to me in front of 2,000 leaders in Washington, fire leaders, members of Congress. After they raided my daughter's house, which also helped cause the death of my son, a few years later, President George H.W. Bush gave me a public tribute. You can show it to your viewers. You can see the video of him saying it himself. He said, Congressman Weldon, you're the kind of leader that America needs. Someone who leaves the country safer and stronger. Now that's George W. Bush, former head of the CIA. I'm not afraid of them. I'm not afraid of people who lie. It's like Pete Hegseth said in his hearing to become Secretary of Defense. He said, if a soldier loses his gun, they're going to pay the price for it. If a general makes a mistake, they get promoted. I'm not going to sit around while people who are unnamed, anonymous, make decisions that kill people and get away with it.
So what was in your book that came out in 2005 that
My book is my book's about Iran.
what was
I
it
felt-
what was it that was so threatening that made them want to take you out of office?
Well, what I did, I was a very aggressive vice chairman of both committees, and I was doing a lot of hearings on issues that are all front and center today. Russia, Ukraine, China, Libya. I could go through all of them. North Korea. I led all three delegations in North Korea. And I saw things happen that are scandalous, scurrilous, and are the reason the same people that tried to kill Donald Trump. I know what they did. And I know why they want to kill Trump. I know firsthand. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. What they did to my daughter, they raided her house. Now, let me tell you something else. The agents sent from D.C. raided my daughter's house 3 weeks before my election. My elections were all landslides. 10 in a row. This would have been, I would have been chairman of armed services. They raided a lawyer in my district who's a Democrat. They didn't bother to check that lawyer, at the time they raided his office, was a operative for FBI counterintelligence against Russia that I had arranged for the FBI 2 years earlier. So you had two sets of agents in one office at the same time. You had the counterintelligence agents that he was working for, thanking him and saying, Mr. Gallagher, please don't answer any questions. We don't know what this is about. You had agents sent from D.C. by Mueller. Sent by Mueller. And I know who was done. I know all the names. And they said, well, Mr. Gallagher, and John, my friend said, what do you want? I have nothing to hide. They said, wasn't it true related to Congressman Kurt Weldon? And he started laughing at them. He said, because Congressman Weldon's wife's name's Gallagher, you think I'm related because my name's Gallagher? And you're from the FBI? Well, they knew they had been set up, and they apologized to him. What they wanted a file he had. They wanted a file he had from a State Department senior operative in the Far East of Russia who broadsided a car with a 20-year-old Russian student who had relatives in Philadelphia who contacted their family. They wanted to get the kid rehab. They didn't want any money from the government, rehab. Well, that guy worked for our intelligence agency. When that guy was hired by our intelligence agency, he was the vice chairman of the American Nazi Party. And that file has pictures of him in a Nazi uniform. That's what they wanted. My daughter was never talked to by anyone, ever. The system has major problems right now. Trump, I predicted this would happen. They tried to get Trump because they know what Trump is doing.
What is that?
Well, first of all, he started off by removing the security clearances of 51 people who lied and said that the Russia scandal was all a part of Russia's interfering with the election. I'll give you the Newsweek Time magazine from the summer, July of 1996. I'll give it to you when I leave the show. It's a picture of Boris Yeltsin from Russia. You know what the headline is? Not by me, by Time magazine. Bill Clinton, America's secret plan to re-elect Boris Yeltsin president of Russia.
That's right.
So here we are, making a fabrication up about Trump and Russia while the Clintons ran Yeltsin's re-election campaign so they could get money. That's what's wrong with the country. And you know what? People are afraid to speak up. Two of my friends died. They work for the agency. And it may happen to me. But you know what? I'm now at the point where if that's what's going to happen, I'm not backing down from it. And I'm not some crazy man. George H.W. Bush wouldn't have said what he said about me if I was some crazy man. My current partners today are federal judges. My office in Washington is with Judge Gene Sullivan. They all know. But everybody's afraid. Everybody doesn't want to affect their budget, their money, their contracts. They know. Buck Revell was the deputy director of the FBI down in Dallas, Texas. They've all asked me to tell my story. And I'm going to tell my story. So last thing I do, I'll tell my story. Because there are scumbags. There are good people in the agencies. Don't get me wrong. Good people. But there are scumbags.
So the deep state came after you because they were afraid of you getting a chairmanship.
100%.
And then taking a real look and having subpoena power to look into 9/11, the failures before 9/11 and the cover up after.
And not only that, other things that I know of that happened. Yes, exactly right, 100%. In fact, Dennis Kucinich, the liberal Democrat, asked me to meet with Seymour Hersh. I met with Seymour Hersh. You know who he is.
Yeah.
We met and he said to me, "Oh, Congressman," I said, "You have no permission to publish anything." We met 4 months later. He said, "I verified every fact in detail you told me. They wanted you out. They went to Mueller, asked him to do a favor. And the favor was disrupt your election. They raided your daughter's house. Imagine, I have 5 kids. Imagine, I did nothing wrong. She did nothing wrong. They raided her house and never talked to her. This is America. This is America, Jimmy. It's America.
So what do you
No, it's not.
What do you think you would find out if you were Armed Services Chairman and you were able to?
Well, I know what I know. I just would have brought it out to the public. I mean,
Can you tell?
and again, in my time in armed services, I did a lot of things for our intelligence agencies. When I wrote this book, Countdown to Terror, you know who endorsed this book, Jimmy?
No.
Jim Woolsey. You know that name?
No, I've heard that name. Tell me who it is.
Former CIA director.
Okay.
He endorsed this book with a 3-page letter. And you see the title of the book? I attacked the CIA. But yeah, Jim Woolsey endorsed my book. And so did Jack Caravelli. Jack Caravelli was Al Gore's CIA advisor. They both endorsed my book. What I said here is we're causing a war with Iran. The people of Iran are not our enemy. We've got to stop this manipulation with the intelligence agency in Iran that our intelligence agency was playing games with. You know what the Iranians did? They took my book and they translated it into Farsi. I went out to LA. You have a lot of Iranians that live in Southern California, about 1 million of them. They brought me out there. I did live interviews on Iranian TV and radio about my book. They took my book without me even knowing. Well, they did tell me they were going to do it. I didn't ask for anything from. They published my book in Farsi. It became a bestseller in Iran because the book said, you're not our enemy. The Iranian people are not enemies of America. We're friends. We've allowed people to make decisions for our country that don't act in our country's best interest. And until we take it back, it's not going to change. That's why this election was so important. And again, I don't know Donald Trump. I never met the man. But I know what was behind the attempts to kill him. And I still think there's a risk to him. Because what he's revealing, what he's going to reveal, and look, if we're going to be a true, transparent society, we need to know what our leaders are doing with American GIs' lives. If your son or daughter were sent to Afghanistan to look for bin Laden. Now, let me say something, Jimmy. When George Bush Jr. decided to go to Afghanistan, I was worried about our troops. Because when Russia was in Afghanistan, a lot of Russian troops were killed. You know what I did? I took 2 members of Congress with my intelligence friend Al Santoli, who was a decorated Vietnam veteran. We went over to Rome, where the king of Afghanistan was living in exile, Zahir Shah. I have photographs. We met with Zahir Shah to convince him to go back to Kabul and convene a Loya Jirga, all the tribal leaders, so they would not attack American troops when we went in. I did everything I could to help support our president and our troops when they went to Afghanistan. Then I find out, through 10 different silver bullets, bin Laden's not in Afghanistan. He's been given a free right to roam in Baluchistan. When I had my intel team telling me this, I went up and bought a map up the street from the Capitol. I didn't know where this town Ladiz was. I found it 10 kilometers inside the border of Pakistan in Iran. So I questioned the intelligence community. They never denied it. I have 10 silver bullets, 10, that bin Laden was placed in Baluchistan. And the quid pro quo was, as long as Al-Qaeda didn't attack us on our soil, he could stay there. Which means we sent kids to die in Afghanistan when a handful of people in our country knew exactly where he was. The Iranian government did not make the deal. The deal was not cut with Ahmadinejad, the leader of Iran. The deal was cut with Soleimani. You remember that name?
Yeah.
We killed Soleimani 4 years ago.
That was the general that Trump had killed.
That's the guy, and I don't think Trump even knew this then or now. That's the guy the deal was cut with. Soleimani, to place bin Laden in Iran. That's in my book. That was endorsed by the former CIA director, Jim Woolsey, and by Jack Caravelli.
So you are petitioning Donald Trump to reopen an investigation into 9/11. Do you think you'll be successful?
Based upon his own views, based upon his public statements this past week where he said that he wants to give all the facts about the John F. Kennedy assassination, the Martin Luther King assassination, and the RFK assassination, and he said, and others. And he's talked to other people about 9/11 in the past. Now, look, I don't want to hurt the country. I'm a patriotic, I'm a teacher. I'm the youngest of 9 kids. I spent my life building up this country. I formed nonprofits to help poor people. You know, I'm a firefighter. I don't want to hurt this country. But this country can't survive if some unscrupulous bastards are allowed to make decisions that cause the problems that we've suffered through over the past 30 years since I was in Congress. And it started during the 90s under Clinton. I was on the Cox Commission. There were 9 of us appointed to investigate China's acquisition of our technology. They didn't steal our technology, Jimmy. I'll give you the charts on your show. And I was on the commission. The vote on the commission was 9-0. The Democrats and Republicans agreed. Our technology was auctioned off. The People's Liberation Army set up some front companies to use campaign money to buy our technology. The CEO of L'Oreal Corporation from California, Bernie Schwartz, was caught transferring stage separation technology for China's long-range missiles, which they didn't have, which were necessary for a long-range missile to hit the U.S. He was caught. They were about ready to indict him. And Sandy Berger, Clinton's national security advisor, arranged, now listen to me, a retroactive presidential waiver. A retroactive presidential waiver. After the technology had been transferred to China. Oh, this stuff is not rocket science. But if you don't have people that are willing to hold our officials accountable and do their job, and there are good people in Congress in both parties, but it's out of hand now. You know, I grew up with Joe Biden. We grew up in neighboring towns, 1 mile apart. Our kids went to the same high school. When my son died, Joe Biden, as vice president, drove 3 hours and stood in line to come extend his condolences to my family. I'm not against anyone. I'm against the bad people that have gotten away with. There are good people in intelligence. Don't get me wrong, but I will not allow 9/11 not to be fully checked by experts. I'm not an architect. I'm not an engineer. But when 3,000 architects and engineers risk their careers to come out and say that the NIST report is a bunch of crap, that there's no modeling to support what they've said, that the Building 7 came down on its own because of explosives, that there was no investigation of explosive material after the attack occurred. And I was there at the base of Ground Zero 1 day after, walking in Ground Zero with the fire department of New York. When I hear that, that can't continue. Those 10,000 families that lost their loved ones, the 343 firefighters, the police officers, the Port Authority people, and the damage around the world, we can't let that just pass.
I agree with you. And, I think it's very telling if once you see behind the curtain, you can't unsee it. And so I have. And so when you see, I've been personally, just like you, the target of slander and to discredit and from powerful people. And so when the CIA weaponized the term conspiracy theorist, they did that because people were onto the conspiracy that led to the assassination of John F. Kennedy, which it was a conspiracy. So if you thought it was, they wanted to, even though people are charged with conspiracy to commit crimes every day in every court from coast to coast, they made the term conspiracy some kind of you're a kook, even though law enforcement charges people with conspiracies every day. And we know it was a conspiracy to kill John F. Kennedy. And there was certainly, all a conspiracy means is that two people conspired, created a plan to commit a crime. That's a conspiracy. That's all that means. And so what's even more telling is that they have somehow made the term truth into a negative, toxic term. So they call people who want to get to the bottom of the conspiracy around 9/11, they call them conspiracy theorists and truthers. So they've now taken the term truth and made that somehow ugly and toxic. The word truth. So that's what the intelligence community does. And I have to move on. We're way over time, but I want to ask you one more question.
Okay.
So I've shown the video of Chuck Schumer when Donald Trump was elected the first time in 2016. He was talking a lot like you, where he was talking about the deep state and the people who really run our foreign policy and the corruption, that he wanted to get rid of it. And Chuck Schumer was on Rachel Maddow's show, and she said that, and he said that, for a smart guy, he's being really dumb to criticize the intelligence community. And she said, why is that? And he said, because if you mess with the intelligence community, they have 6 ways to Sunday to get back at you. And so, you've been a victim of that. And so what he was really revealing, that's called a gaffe in Washington when you accidentally tell the truth. And the truth that he was revealing there was that the CIA, the FBI, and the NSA do not work for the president. In fact, the president better watch himself because they're the boss. And if he gets on the wrong side of them, he's in trouble, not the other way around. So the next question she should have asked, which she didn't, which I would have, was, well, if they don't work for the president, who do they work for? Do you have any idea?
What are you doing, Schumer? What are you doing to stop it, Schumer? Do you have any guts? When the 9/11 reports comes out, the biggest people that will lose are Chuck Schumer and Hillary Clinton, because they're both from New York. And one more thing I'll say to you. This book was endorsed by Jim Woolsey. He was the CIA director. He wasn't some conspiracy theorist. He was CIA director. 3-page letter. My video tribute to me 3 months after I left office was by George Bush, former CIA director. 2 CIA directors. Let the media counter that. 2 CIA directors publicly endorsed what I said, what I found, and what I know to be true.
And so, do you have? Can you give us your idea of who actually the intelligence community works for?
No,
No.
I don't think there is any one person he works for.
Okay.
I think it's a question of what can certain people get away with and not be held accountable for. And I found that when I was vice chairman of the Defense Committee, and this is what they do, they will selectively leak information to the media,
Of course.
which gobbles up unnamed sources.
Yes.
Then they go and report that as a story.
Right.
And as a member of Congress, I had to respond to unnamed sources. I was getting more unnamed sources information from the media than I was getting from a classified report that I was supposed to be given as a member of Congress. So I formed my own intel team. I had about 20 people that work for the agencies that I met with weekly. They fed me raw data. So I was getting it directly so I could challenge them. And that the problem is we need a good intelligence system. We need good people running intelligence. There are some bad actors in there. They have to be weeded out and held accountable.
Former Congressman Kurt Weldon, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate your efforts very much so, not only with the firefighters of America, but with trying to get to the truth out about now 20 years ago, the 9/11, what really happened before, what really happened during, and the cover up afterwards. I appreciate you coming on, and I hope you come back on sometime soon. I have a lot more questions, and I'm sure you have a lot more
Thank
to
you,
say.
Jim.
Thanks
you.
for coming on.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah, man, this shit is serious. It ain't no joke. A lot of people are frustrated, man. 3,000 people were sacrificed for some other agenda. Don't look too good. You know? And international community, that don't look too good. No, it don't. But this game is going good. Packers are up 24-10. We're shutting down Jaden Daniels like a mug. We got 7 more minutes left. Shout out to everybody out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Yeah, man. See y'all coming up. Chilling with a player. Watching this game. You know what I'm saying? NFL season is the best season. You already know. Especially when your team's winning, you know? I mean, got a good squad, you know? He's on top. Let's see the rest of this game. Ain't no way they're coming back. Down 14, I don't think so. They ain't like that. Are they like the Bills? I don't think they like the Bills. They ain't like that. Love y'all. Everybody got the make living. Living in harmony. Coke Palm Pharmacy. Let's go to the hard knock honorary. Washing them jackpot like laundry. Fucking down in the head. Honorary. Honestly. Living a fast life, fast cars. We go, people know where we are. Keep providing cruisers in America, Junior, so we partner on the school, get the 750. Yeah, man. Let's go, Green Bay. Finish this up. Green Bay gonna be a 2-0. Not bad, not bad. 3-8. 3rd and 8 right now. Stop them 4th and 8. Too bad the defense. Too bad. Washington's defense is coming up short. The offense. Because we got a few stops on the defense. 56-yard field goal attempt coming up. Let's see if we got it. Thirty-second timeout. .662 win percentage. And he got it. Wow, 56-yarder. 27-10. It's over. It's over, y'all. $27-10. Now, I knew the dude looked kind of cracked out. Or maybe he was exaggerating a little bit, but shit do be messed up. The government do be covering up shit too, you know. I can't put nothing past them. You gotta take this out. They're still looking for the charge person.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here tonight. We appreciate the media and the partnership we have with you in helping us to get information out to the public so that we can catch this assassin and hold him accountable. We are going to share a portion of new stills. Those have already been released from the public in tracking down this evil human being. So we're going to cue up the video right now. Show that. I've asked Commissioner Bo Mason if he would narrate to you what is happening in this video.
Thank you, Governor. Bo Mason, Commissioner for the Utah Department of Public Safety. If you look up to the top left, you'll see the building where the
Daniel's trying to make a
shooter
run.
was proned out in the top left corner. We'll go ahead and play that video and I'll narrate it as we walk through that. So here you see the suspect ran behind that upper building. He's going to come out on the right, moves to this far right corner. As he does, he's going to climb off the edge and then drop down to the ground. As he did that, he left some palm impressions. There's some smudges, some places we're looking to collect DNA. There's a shoe imprint where we believe the suspect is clearly identified as wearing Converse tennis shoes. Again, we'll replay that again so you can get another view of that. It's important to note his black t-shirt, his black pants, and there appears to be some white on the soles of those Converse tennis shoes. Those are all identifiable items that we're looking for. In the stills that are going to follow this, you're going to see a very distinctive t-shirt with an American flag and appears to have an eagle on it. There's also a baseball cap with a triangle on it and a pair of sunglasses. All distinctive, all things that we would ask the public to look for and try to identify if they know someone who has those items, who has been seen wearing those items. We're looking for all that information. Here you see the suspect after dropping off the building. He moved around across this grassy area, around the parking lot. We're going to pan to the right. After he crosses the street, this is where he moves over into the wooded area. This is the video evidence that we utilize to track his movements and to locate that firearm in that wooded area following the discovery of this evidence. Good. You want to go to the stills? So here's the still photographs I mentioned. These have been enhanced. So these are slightly different than what we introduced earlier. Please pay close attention to the t-shirt. Like I said, very distinctive with that American flag and that eagle. The hat with the triangle and the sunglasses. If you'll go to the next picture, please. The backpack as well. All identifying features that we're hoping the public can help us identify and lead us to this suspect. Next picture. And again, there's a better picture of the hat with that triangle logo, and again, the t-shirt, blue jeans, and you get a good look at those Converse tennis shoes as well. We have pushed these out. We'll continue to push these out, and we just ask for the public's cooperation through the public. The tips that have been coming in are what are giving us our next leads and enabling us to continue to further this investigation. We've had great cooperation from the public, and we're continuing to ask for that as we move forward. Thank you, and I'll turn the time back over to Governor Cox.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Mason. I want to thank Director Patel and his team. It's great to have them on the ground with us tonight. We've had several briefings, and he's had an opportunity to walk the crime scene. We appreciate our local law enforcement here. Again, we have Mike Smith, who is the county sheriff here. We have all of our local chiefs of police that are here as well, all working hand in hand with the state and with the FBI as we move forward with this investigation. Now, I'll just give you a little warning. We will not be taking any questions at this time. We're giving you the latest information we have, being as transparent with everything that we have. But I do want to share a couple things that I think are important. We we cannot do our job without the public's help right now. The public has answered our call for action. So far, we've received more than 7,000 leads and tips. I would just note that the FBI hasn't received this many digital media tips from the public since the Boston Marathon bombing. This case also highlights the dedication of our law enforcement community. We have 20 federal, state, and local law enforcement partners that are working shoulder to shoulder to find the person who committed this horrific crime. With their support, we've completed nearly 200 interviews. As you're aware, as has already been reported, the FBI is offering a $100,000 reward for information leading to the identification and arrest of the person responsible for the murder of Charlie Kirk. We also continue to implore the public to support this investigation and come forward with any information. We are truly hopeful that this video and new photos will lead to even more tips. We are processing. We have an incredible team, a state and federal team working together to process those tips. We are going out in tandem to interview any potential person of interest or suspects. But we need, again, we need as much help as we can possibly get. Any videos or photos that you might have, the public should be submitted to our digital media tip line, which is www.fbi.gov/Utah Valley shooting, all lowercase.
Well, from reports and particularly our own correspondence, things are tightening around the man who they think is killing conservative icon Charlie Kirk at a college. And the FBI is moving quickly now with some details and evidence that they've picked up in the last hour or so. And it's revealing this morning that images of the shooter exist. And you can see those images on.
You see, what I don't get about this is if it was in the inner city somewhere, they would have caught this person already and shot him probably. This dude is evading police like nothing. I mean, where's all the resources in Utah to catch criminals? Like, I guess Trump exhausted all his resources with the National Guard. And that motherfucker's out here sniping people, school shooters, and all that. I'm worried about the sniper. First and goal. Finally, he's actually going to score another touchdown this quarter. .343 left. Ain't got enough time. Second and goal now. 3:20 left. They stopped him at the goal line again. The little sorry ass Commanders team. Tell you that. Touchdown. Samuel Senior. Deebo Samuel. (27-16). Too little, too late. Y'all still down 10. That was a nice 2-point conversion, though. They're down 9. So then what they're going to do is an onside kick. It's not going to work. Packers are going to get the ball, run this clock out, and that'll be the end of the game. Good game, cheeseheads. But we about to make Swiss cheese out of y'all, dog. You know what I'm saying? When y'all, y'all team looking good, JP. Looking at 2:48 left. Shout out to Jaden Daniels. But came up short, buddy. Gotta come harder than that. Well, this is all coaching right now. Run the clock out. Secure the win. Shout out to the Cheeseheads, man. They did their thug fizzle. It was a flag. First and 10. Let's see if Jaden Daniels can come back with another touchdown and another onside kick. Ertz. Second and 10. 108 left. The last dish effort blocked. Third and 10 unit. hit him with a Hail Mary. The Hail Mary ain't gonna work. You might see an interception right now, actually. But shout out to everybody that came through, man. You know what I'm saying? I respect all my subscribers and viewers, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it in. I'm trying to get to 1,000 at the end of the month. Well, at least 500. Let me get 500, God damn it. Nigga didn't put up enough content for y'all. But it would be nice. I'm gonna get some more subscribers. We could chop up some new game, you know. Use this social media constructively, wisely, you know what I'm saying? I got y'all. It's your boy Matt. And if I ain't got it, I know somebody can get it, you know what I'm saying? So, holla. Game over. Shout out to the Packers, Jaden Daniels. You gotta get your shit together, man. You're in the NFL now. You got your number, son. So, boy, my Mizzle. You know my slogan. Keep it real on the field. Yeah, how they feel. I'm out. Peace.